recent YouTube videos, I made a joke about incest, and someone comments, incest seems to be like a big theme with you. Is everything okay? I'm like, with me? Just look at any meme through COVID, dude.
Yeah.
Incest was like the shit during
Yeah.
COVID.
Oh yeah.
That was all Pornhub was.
Step bro.
That was mass. And I'm like, with the fucking weird DM series, the amount of incest stories I get, I'm like, dude.
Really?
Yeah, man. Oh, I can't believe I've never talked to you about this. That shit, that email is a fucking honeypot of bad shit. I assume half of it's fake, but even if 10% of it's real, some of those stories are just
Yeah, just
whoa.
way too much.
Yeah. And I almost think they're real because they're so
specific.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Huh.
You know, I'm not going to lie. It just, you read the stories and you're like, wait, no, you have to like back up and go, no, this is two cousins. This is not cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I was like almost mad. I'm like, it's not me, dude.
Yeah.
Plenty of incest out there.
Yeah.
My brain is broken from knowing this shit, but this is a lot out there.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not just me.
Yeah.
Anyway, how's YouTube been for you lately?
It's good. Honestly, like I really like starting a channel from scratch.
Mm-hmm.
And now like I've been posting on this new channel for like 6-7 weeks maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just none of the bullshit of like, I wonder what people want to see and whatever. It's just one focus.
Yeah.
Okay, you put one video out a week and it's the same every week.
Yeah.
And you figure out what people like and you kind of evolve on that. It
Yeah.
just reminds me of when, I started in the beginning.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, what videos do people like? Trying to figure that out. And there's none of this like, oh, I'm trying new things and people don't like it and whatever. It's like, it's none of that shit.
Yeah.
It's just like people that start watching from the beginning like this style, so you just keep doing this style. And eventually it'll get more complicated down the line, but I really like starting shit from scratch, I realized. Like I'm getting something off the ground is just so, and then finally like finding traction is so exciting to me. So that's like doing this new channel has been really just like exciting and cool. And also like just posting more on my second channel and not really caring about like how good the video is or whatever. It's just more about like putting shit out regularly.
Yeah.
Is a nice thing too, because it's like that's kind of how content is now.
Yep.
There are, I mean, obviously like, there's kind of the reason why I want to keep my main channel for more like curated, more thought out ideas, but it seems like just generally now it's like the people that post all the time are the people that you just see all the time.
Yeah.
No one's talking about how good Ludwig or Charlie's last video was. It's just like he puts out 3 a day, and then there's going to be good ones along the way. There's going to be less good ones along the way. You know? That seems to be like the model now that, I don't know, like is a little like gentler on your mental health and stuff like that, Yeah. Not that I'm like complaining, but I'm just saying like I worry so much about, and then you just don't make anything because you're like too worried, about like, it's going to be received and so on and so forth. So I've just been like trying to do shit that I like, and the money has definitely gone down. But again, as long as I'm like focusing on spending less, then my lifestyle's not scaling up too much. Like that's not really that crazy of a concern.
Yeah.
At this point.
No, I mean I agree with a lot of that. I think kind of a similar thing. I think I had to for my own brain in the same way. I'm like, I got to get over being precious. And
yeah. But even with you, it seems like you found that format. Of you in your living room. Yeah. And now you're just putting shit out regularly in that format.
Yeah.
And as long as you're like hitting that cadence, then you can kind of rest easy a little bit, right?
It's that, but it's also, I think, all right, this is going to be a weird ass, and I know it's going to seem like a forced concept, but just hear me out. So I essentially I was talking with Spock about this, and there's like this concept of like managerial capitalism. And the premise is like, if you, for example, if you run a cookie store, it's different than when you scale a cookie store and then you hire a manager to run the cookie store. It's like, obviously the manager is going to be performance driven. So it's like at a point, it's sometimes impossible for like a company or a corporation to be that invested in what it's doing because it's driven by managers. It's not driven by the person who made it, which is whatever. And I think in a weird way, we have kind of experienced a similar thing where we started our YouTube channels as like, I want to make this. And then like with the data and everything that we've built around it, we become managers of ourselves, and we're only thinking about the performance. And then it becomes too scary to go back to like, well, I just want to make something.
Yeah.
You know, and like you said, your mental health gets all fucked up from it because you're like, dude, this started as something that was really genuine. Now why am I at the mercy of all these weird factors? I can't even do the thing that like got me to this point because it's all this weird performance bullshit that, you know, was never part of my creative in the beginning. So I think it's like I think it's a good thing that like you're just like, fuck it, I'm gonna go do a channel. I don't care about what the money is. I don't care about any of that shit, because I think that's how you stay like successful, is when you're willing to burn it all down and then start over.
Yeah. Which is hard, because there is that part of my brain that's like, well, you've built this up over 5 years.
Yeah.
Why would you waste that opportunity?
Yep.
Like, there is this main channel sitting there with almost 6 million subscribers.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you post as much as you can on that channel and make as much money as you can now?
Mm-hmm.
And it's because it's like, well, that's not really going to make me happy.
No.
Like building something from scratch is what I find really fulfills me, especially if it's something I actually enjoy, which right now, like the training vlogs, I do. You know, it's like I'm already doing something I really, really like. To document it isn't that crazy of a step, and it actually makes it more enjoyable right now.
Yeah.
It's thinking about how I can make my training like creative, and thinking how I can show it creatively.
Mm-hmm. I think you're bringing up a good point, which is what actually makes you happy. I think that's, or you know, happiness is maybe a tough thing to achieve, but like, what makes you feel, I guess, accomplished, and like what is it that makes you feel like you want to keep going? Like, I think that's the important thing to angle on. And I don't know. I guess in a similar way, like fucking around in my living room and just trying different shit. Like, I think I've had more fun definitely in the same way of like trying to start over and start something new. And you know, I think there's a point where people recognize that you're doing it for money, and then it becomes weird between you and the people watching what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, why are any of us here?
Yeah.
Just for you to get paid? That's fucking strange.
Yeah.
So, no, I think that's great. I also think with the Cody Trains channel, I think it's like super healthy that you're kind of going like lo-fi about it.
Yeah.
'Cause I think that's the other temptation. It's like, oh, well, I was successful over here, so I'm going to take all this knowledge in terms of like production value.
Yeah.
I'm going to apply it here, and it's going to be like the coolest, biggest thing. And it's like, it doesn't have to be that.
Yeah.
It's more captivating if it's like, oh, damn, this is just like Cody just straight up pulling out his phone.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, that feels more like real and special.
Yeah.
Versus like, you know, fucking hiring a guy to like shoot you, and you're getting like doc style edits, and you're like, today was a hard day training.
Yeah. You know? Which is not me. Like I'm not like, I can't, you know, do that type of shit. For me, it was just like the easiest way to do it was lo-fi, but it was also like, this is probably the most genuine way to do it, because I really do want to show like that this fucking sucks sometimes. Sometimes it's fucking awesome, but it's like everything in one. But you know what's cool is that, like, I'm sure you're getting this too, is like people that now are recognizing the dynamic that you have with, you know, with Alex and with Cash, and they're probably commenting on it and stuff like that. I like seeing that, like, you know, like things that signify that people are actually watching, but also like into it.
Yes.
Like I fucking our flight landed on Thursday, and we're deboarding, and this is a stupid joke on the channel because it's called Cody Trains. Choo choo. That's like one of those stupid jokes, right? I say it sometimes in the video. And we're walking, and this guy like looks at me and is like, "Oh my god," and takes out his AirPod. And in my head, I'm like, oh, he's gonna say something about that's cringe or whatever. And he goes, "Cody," and I look back, and he goes, "Choo choo." And I'm like, yes. And I walk away, and I was like, Kelsey and I were like laughing, and I was like so thrilled, because I was like, that's so fucking cool.
Choo choo.
That it's a new thing that I'm building, that I'm risking. You know, I mean, it's not a crazy risk, but like it's like I'm putting everything I have into this new thing, and for someone to like recognize it and show me that they like it in person was like, wow, that was a huge step. Yeah. Or a huge, you know, whatever signifier that.
Oh, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, it is. So it's cool.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm probably gonna start a car channel next year.
Nice.
But what I really want to do is I'm gonna like kind of rebuild my garage a little bit, and I want to.
You cannot stop doing construction on your
No.
Dude, you are addicted to it.
Because I'm a
fucking
perfectionist.
addicted, yeah.
I am, but this actually won't be that bad. I just have to like insulate 2 walls and then just like do some epoxy. But
it's exactly what he said a year ago
I know.
about the gym.
No. That was ambitious. Now I have a more realistic idea of like what shit takes. Like I'm literally just hanging up like $200 shop lights and then just because the walls are it's like old pegboard and they're not insulated.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like straight up like holes into the outside
okay.
that like I can see through.
Oh, okay.
So I just need to insulate the 2 walls, but I want to do it and then I like want to build shit in there.
Yeah, sick.
Like build a car.
Yeah.
Or
sick.
Yeah. So I think like that's the kind of the direction I want to go with the channel.